What are we doing?
This is a little
Here.
ditty called
Having a fiasco.
Fiasco. I almost said Tabletop Simulator, but that's...
We are in Tabletop Simulator.
We are
That
in
is the
Tabletop
truth.
Simulator. This is called Fiasco. We're using... Well, alright. Someone want to do an intro?
I thought you were doing that right now. I thought that we were in the midst of doing the intro. I'm Albert Berg.
I don't
Ready to
remember
get cold feet, Joseph.
the actual playset full title, and I wanted to give that props.
Oh, it's called the, hold on. Supernatural Files.
From the workshop on Steam, it is part of the... What collection?
The horror collection. It's like the set number 5. You can find it in the workshop. It is done by a guy named Bug McBride. I think it's definitely got a supernatural twist, which all the Fiasco games I've seen before this are mostly like, oh, it's the mob, it's clubs, it's things like
it's
that.
more
I'm really
stuff.
glad we're talking about what the Fiasco is.
This is my first real playthrough.
Okay.
It's a game of powerful
storytelling.
ambition and poor impulse control. I believe step 1 is we just roll all the dice, right?
That is my impression. Because the
I
dice
saw
determine what it is that we will be doing with these little cards that you can see here.
can they see? Maybe give 'em-
I will zoom in a little bit.
Zoom in on one, give them a little
Boop.
something, something.
So we'll have things like relationships, which I believe is the first thing we do. Is that not right?
You do whatever. Well, we need a relationship.
Everybody has to have a relationship between each other.
At least to the people that you're touching, and because there's only 3 of us,
We're all touching each other.
Oh yeah.
And then there's what they call details, which are objects and places. And like this is the location.
And you guys can see what we're putting up here by going to the link that is below this. It actually is a PDF to the Supernatural files. So if you can't see it or we're not lingering long enough with the video, just go ahead and check that out.
We'll also do this. They give a little overture, so we'll read that. Supernatural files, the score. Flashing lights in the sky, unexplained deaths, a missing person. There are many things that go bump in the night. Things that cannot be explained. Things that you have to try to explain. Things that will help you find the truth. Why? Because the truth is out there. Nothing scares you, so you say. It is now time to help your fellow man, or maybe it is time to make a profit and to become famous. Either way, it is time to hit the road and to uncover the truth. Time to confront your past. Time to close the latest file on the Supernatural files. Dun dun dun!
Woo, woo, woo. Why am I doing the Doctor Who theme, guys?
Why not?
I was going for the X-Files. It didn't work.
I didn't like that roll.
Well, now there's dice everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Search
one
for the
table.
dice.
Whoops. That's not... Alright, so, who came from the smallest town?
This is how we pick how we get start, by the way.
My hometown was like 8,000 or something.
I had like 2,000.
I've lived here my whole life, and I think that's more than that. It's a hick town, but there's like some people in it.
Yeah, the thing is, I was in the suburbs, like pretty packed. I'll go first, though.
Joseph, go first.
Alright, so let me poke around and see what I want. Okay, so you have to use the die number to match up with something you want to pick. Right now I'm guessing we have a fair amount of leeway because there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of dice out there, so I can kind of pick my druthers. Definitely taking in-object kid things.
Kid things. Alright. Ooh. A lot of things there. We got creepy dolls, imaginary friend, Ouija board, ventriloquist dummy, toy soldiers, and binoculars that allow you to see ghosts. That's weirdly specific. I'm going to go with 6 there, and zero in on binoculars that only allow you to see dead things.
Oh, you're actually locking it in, huh?
Yeah. I like that idea. I like how specific that is.
Is it they only allow you to see dead things?
I'm sorry, they allow... Well, no, I imagine that you can see regular things through them as well. They also function as actual binoculars.
I'm making the card, Albert. I would like to have it actually say what's on the thing, if you could read it out. I'm in the typing menu.
Yes, okay. Binoculars that allow you to see goats.
You to see goats.
No, it's ghosts.
Kind of figure.
I imagine that dead people are used to not being seen, so there's probably a lot of like rotten wang if you have those binoculars.
There's what?
Nothing. All right, so we've already got like the kid things. Are we picking like the setting now?
No. You pick whatever you want. Like, you can pick your relationship now, I believe. I don't think that there's a particular order you have to go in. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
We should have at least one need, one location, and one object. That's highly recommended. And one relationship between each pair of players. But otherwise, what order you go in is not
Okay.
of any.
I'm trying to see if we have a 1 here, because I do like the idea of writing a spooky story.
I don't think we have a 1. Oh yeah, right on,
There was
on the
a 1.
actual What a Fiasco centerpiece.
All right, so we're going to go spooky.
All right, location is spooky. I guess it's Joseph's turn now.
Spooky. All right, relationships. I was looking at relationships. Sam, we have to find dad / family, work. That could be fun. Is there? Yeah, obviously there's FBI agents in there. All right, so we've got a pair of binoculars that can see ghosts and are doing spooky. So I don't think past, present, and future really fits in there. Love. Are we doing a love story, guys?
I'd rather not roleplay that I went with Al.
Quiet Town.
I like Quiet Town a lot.
Yeah, I do like Quiet Town. We also have tons of 6s, don't we? What
Do
do we
we?
in Quiet Town? Quiet Town
And
is 6.
binoculars that see dead people.
I want to do one of these, do I have a 2 on the board?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. I want to do another relationship, as a, who are you going to call?
The work?
Work relationship, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. We're basically setting up an X-Files episode.
Yes. I'm going to put the die in the circle that they have for them to go in.
Oh, fancy man!
All right, I'm going to be from a past, present, future category, and then I'll get the specific next round.
Well, or someone else will.
Yes. Oh. Past, present, future, time travelers from the past.
From the past, huh?
Yes.
Is that a relationship?
I guess it is. Yeah. I just love that idea.
All right, we have our 3 relationships.
We also haven't established like character names or anything.
That doesn't happen yet. Whose turn is it?
I believe it's
Yes.
yours. Because
Yeah.
Tony just went. Oh, no. I skipped you.
Yes. Yes, you
I'm
did.
very sorry. Can I keep my time traveler from the past if I let you go ahead and go? Or?
No, you're out of the game.
Okay.
You have to leave and go home.
I'm gonna go play with my ball somewhere else. Just
We're
looking
also
over here now.
missing
I can't even see the table.
We have... Oh, we got a thing, a location we didn't need, don't we?
Yes, we do. We need one. Well, don't forget, we already have a time traveler from the future if you're letting that slide. So,
Past.
in the past, sorry.
Cheated to get a guy in the past in
So
there.
we would want
And you
to, I was very excited. I was very excited about that possibility. That's my favorite kind of time traveler, is time traveler from the past. So we should maybe thinking about that story element and how it fits with that.
Yes, we also have a local occult. We should be thinking about how that fits in, Albert. Just because you're excited about your time traveler from the past doesn't mean you can dominate the story with it, sir. Is anyone concerned that this won't be popular enough because there aren't enough talking teddy bears in it? I think maybe we should make everyone a talking teddy bear.
The briefcase is a nice sort of generic one. Do we have a
Get
2?
out of my choosing!
I'm just looking.
Yeah, and talking.
I'm trying.
And stealing my... We're skipping you next, you realize.
Yes, I realize that. I'm trying to get you to move along with the game.
Uh-huh. And I'm
This is
trying to
all
find out
editing
that
I
you
have to do.
cheated. Yeah, alright. I am going to go with the 5-finger discount, though. No, I can't. Son of a whore. What the heck? Alright, well, that's interesting. I do also like the Guess Who, so I'm doing the Guess Who.
All right.
Let's see, do I want to be the killer, the witch, the vampire, the werewolf, the shapeshifter, your
Well,
real father?
We still have narrowing down to do on Quiet Town and work relationships.
All right, everything is looking like psychic believer just because we've got multiple 5s.
All right. You
What's
also
that
could
under?
you could also go with local gigolo / lover if you want to do that.
I don't want to roleplay that.
Okay.
Wait, what? Where is
Four.
the... Who?
Yeah, you could be local cops. There's all kinds of stuff under Quiet Town.
Yeah, I'll do local cop.
All right, Joseph, now it's your turn.
Yes, Albert. It is.
Joseph goes after Tony every time.
Definitely going to go with the morgue. It's going to be part of this in Spooky.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, we have a 5 and a 2 left. I'm going to go with the shapeshifter because shapeshifters are always a great plot point in a supernatural story that never get used right. Every single TV show that has a shapeshifter, they introduce them for one episode and they're like, all right, we're done with that. We don't have people like speculating about the shapeshifter.
They even did that Star Trek episode. It's like, oh, he's here. Oh, nobody cares.
They did it in like the Phantom Menace.
Okay, that was the
Not
worst
Phantom Menace,
use of a
the
shapeshifter
second,
ever.
Yeah.
The Clone Wars or whatever, Attack of the Clones. That was terrible. There was nothing even remotely that made sense about that. The biggest thing being it was a bounty hunter who was a shapeshifter, but then they hired someone else to...
Do you guys watch read Darths and Droids?
Don't think so.
It's a webcomic that uses like screenshots from the Clone Wars, but then or not the Clone Wars, but like all of the Star Wars movies, but then recontextualizes them as if people are role playing the movies, and they make huge use out of the shapeshifter. Like the role playing people like he pops up like apparently all through the thing, and they basically they change how the story is. Jar Jar Binks is the hero, and anyway, it's pretty neat. So Tony has the privilege of choosing the last thing.
What
It has
category
to be
is
the
that?
work relationship, but
It's the
you
work
get to choose whatever
relationship,
you want.
and you can pick whatever one you want. I've left you that one because I wanted you to be able to do something cool with it, and I didn't like the psychic or the
Yes, and then... Oh, also I didn't
Ghost
like what I had
hunters.
to choose from.
We're hunting a shapeshifter, so what works best for that?
maybe FBI agents.
Literally
Probably.
anyone. I mean,
I
Ash
think
worked
the
in this-
FBI would be involved with a, if there's
It's
a
Plus, you always
Choice,
get so much
Albert.
drama when the FBI comes to a small town. So what we're going to do here is put on the FBI agents. Do I need to roll until it's a 1 just for reference?
No, not at all. That sounds terrible. We have
Yeah,
to
but
divvy
there
up
are-
these relationships now.
Yes.
Hey, there's my 1.
Who? All right, Al, you're clearly leading towards being part of the time traveling.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing with
Relationship.
that. I like that.
What? All right, you also have to interlock with one of the other relationships.
Yes.
Are you a time traveling part of an FBI?
I love that. Yes, the FBI has a time travel
Do they know
segment. Do they know what? That I'm from the
that you're a
past?
time traveler, or are you just kind of working your way into the FBI?
Let's say no. Let's say that I traveled forward from the past. I don't have any information since I'm from the past. So that doesn't make any sense actually. What are the other relationships? The Quiet Town one?
Local cops? There's a lot of law enforcement going on here.
Yeah, I'm going to say local cop. That would be more like I was a sheriff in the Old West. And so somehow I became a time traveler to the present, and I am now a sheriff again.
I'm putting that here because I want to be in on the local cop scene.
All right, me and you are local cops together then.
Yeah.
I guess that means
we
that
have to attach a red to this at some point.
Right? I guess that means that I have, if I'm local cops with you, then the time travel aspect has to be with Tony? Is that right?
No, it's just they have to...
Well,
Wait, where's
we
the-
both have to, we all have
Oh,
to...
sorry. Yes. Sorry.
And so you guys' thing, you guys are the FBI agents then. I'm going to put that
Well,
up there.
that's the link in our characters. I could be what the FBI agents are chasing. I could be... it's not that strictly defined. Also,
Okay.
we got to attach reds to these blacks, correct?
Not all of them. Somebody needs to have a need. Not everybody has to have a need.
Yeah, but every relationship needs a detail. One relationship gets the need, one relationship gets the location, one relationship gets the spooky binoculars. Sort of is out of left field now that we're coming around to the time traveling.
Yeah, but I could see the FBI wanting wanting to see the dead.
Oh, no. I have the spooky binoculars because I'm from the past and I want to see dead people.
That's how you visit your family?
Yeah.
You're
Well-
sitting there playing chess in the park and you just have the binoculars on your head the whole time.
All right, yeah. So I'm putting that with this. Although I don't see exactly how it ties in with the relationship. I think that obviously
right
the
here.
guess who should be between the FBI agents. So I'm gonna put
That
that.
makes a lot of sense to me, yes.
So I'm gonna put that here with this, and then that leaves the spooky graveyard to be tied to the quiet town with the cops.
That makes sense also.
Or no, it's not a spooky graveyard. It's a
Spooky
morgue. Okay. I'm a little fuzzy on the next step, guys.
Characters.
Okay.
And we flesh this out a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna move these back into the middle of the board now.
Yes, and I'm going to change the brown dice into red. But, okay, Al, you're clearly the time traveler.
Yes.
That your character who is where you definitely fleshed a lot of that out. You have a pair of binoculars that allows you to see dead people because that lets you see your family in the past and stuff. Did you time travel on purpose?
I don't think I time travel on purpose. I think I fell into some kind of a vortex. Like I was chasing down some desperado.
Maybe
Right.
you were chasing down a shapeshifter?
Ooh. Where did the shapeshifter go?
He's part of the need.
Okay.
Guess who the shapeshifter is?
Oh yeah, alright, so this weird guy came to town way back in the Old West, where I was the sheriff.
I have bad news for you.
Yeah, he killed somebody that I loved.
No,
that
hang on.
That can't
Hang
be a
on.
thing.
That's not part of your relationship.
I know.
We need to either swap, we have to swap the spooky morgue for the... Guess who?
Okay.
Now it can be part of your relationship.
Okay.
And mine.
So I'm hunting down the guy who, I don't know if he killed anybody I love, but I was hunting him down, and in the process of hunting him down, I fell through because he's a shapeshifter, he's some kind of an alien thing, right? Because this is
He escaped to the future and you followed him through.
Yes. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so he was like, he was, time jumping or whatever because he's an alien and he can do that.
Of course.
But as I followed him through, the time jump machine broke, so now he's stuck in the small town as a shapeshifter, and I'm hunting him, and I don't know who he is.
At some point, you can call on somebody to roleplay as the shapeshifter, correct?
Yes.
I was going to say, Tony, I'm a local cop, and our relationship is work FBI. I'm pretty sure you're the FBI agent coming in, trying to pull his weight and stuff, and I'm the local cop who's aware of something. Al, I think someone had to die somewhere in there
Okay.
to get the...
Okay, maybe this... No, that didn't work if this just recently happened. I was going to say...
there's a particular way that the guy kills, like the shapeshifter kills.
Yeah.
So you're at the morgue looking at this mangled up body.
Yeah.
All right, so Tony's the visiting... I would say Tony might be the visiting FBI agent.
That's
Yeah.
sort of what I was leaning to.
So how do I connect with him as a time traveler? Does he know about who I am? Was he part of a task force that had originally investigated my time travel thing? One of those sort of, he was from the X-Files and I showed up as a time traveler.
I was in contact for a
You
while.
helped me, right? I came through and I was in the Old West getup and you gave me a cover story and helped me get a job.
Social security number, all that.
Okay, I was going to suggest another...
What was your suggestion, Joseph?
Well, that the pattern of killing was flagged in the FBI, from FBI files from even further back. So the precursor to the FBI has this weird murder on hand.
I mean, that would be if I'm from the Old West, that would be like a history book at that point that they would be having this.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was introducing something silly into the time-traveling, shape-shifting storyline.
No, I'm trying to keep consistency here.
I'm talking about sort of an old, actually like the Old West FBI secret society kind of thing, and they have details on these killings, and then this guy pops up now in whatever time it is, and the body shows up, and a red flag ticks off at the FBI because it's the same exact kind of killing. Hence the time travel ties in.
Does Tony suspect me? Has he
Tony's
seen
here for the bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, right, but again, our relationship is time travel.
Yeah.
So maybe he
death
thinks that
squad.
I might have, he knows something is weird with me, because that has to be part of our relationship. Maybe he suspects that I killed whoever these people are that are dying.
Maybe, but the fact that the bizarre killing pattern is in the past and the present, I think, is enough of a link for me, anyway. You guys had a whole thing going. I didn't mean to step in and also derail your thought process.
Well, my thought process, I don't know. That's another way to go too. Definitely with me and Tony having like, I was sort of an anomaly. You came and sort of like helped me cover up that I was from the past, and now like you need a favor.
Now all of a sudden, like in the specific town that someone from the past came from, the same type of murder is happening. So you would definitely be a suspect, but I don't want to believe it because I know you enough.
Oh, that's great. Mm-hmm. Yes. There. Okay. Yes. And I'm looking for the killer as well. So I'm trying to convince you that there's a shapeshifter, which didn't come up when you first helped me out. Like
because
the
it's crazy
shapeshifter
enough
got in
that
the
you
way,
were...
and you're like, listen, time traveler from the past is one thing enough. I don't need to deal with like some shapeshifting alien too.
I'm not trying to solve a murder from 1850.
That's a cup.
Like... Well, Dew bottle is back. For those of you not in the know, that was our Universalis. Also, this series is probably going to be a 3-parter instead of a 19-parter like Universalis.
Because a lot of this stuff is getting cut out while Joseph's looking for models.
Yeah.
I can even see what this is.
It's some dude.
Some pewter dude. He's all T-1000 style.
This is us.
Okay.
So, I'm a block alien.
Oh, that's an FBI man. Sorry they didn't have FBI man. You can give yourself a name. You guys can edit the figures now.
I'll make mine a different color or something.
So that makes sense over here, too. I'm the local cop.
You don't know that I'm a time traveler. But you are friends... Wait, what is our quiet town relationship?
We're cops, somehow. I'm a local cop.
Local cops.
You are...
I was going to say, since I was, like, originally, part of my backstory with Tony was that I am also a sheriff now, or at least some kind of a law enforcement, since I was law enforcement in the Old West. So we could have that as a relationship where we're both cops.
Yeah, but I'm not going to believe you that you're a Old West sheriff.
No, you don't! Like, you don't know that I'm a time traveler from the past. Only Tony knows that.
You don't have to be a cop, though.
I don't have to be, but that makes the most sense. Especially since that's our relationship.
It makes sense that there's been a murder, and as the cop, the new guy, I'm looking at the new guy in town.
I'm not the new guy in town anymore, though. I've been settled down for a while.
Well, maybe you aren't. Maybe you're just wandering, because you have no past.
Tony helped me get a whole cover story. We established that.
As a cop?
As an FBI agent.
As a small-town cop. That's all I'm saying. Now the FBI's pushing around? I don't like that.
Well, now I don't understand who I am.
I'm positing... As the sheriff of this small town, you're the new guy. I know you said Tony made you a big backstory, but I'm wondering if we can tweak that a bit.
Okay.
I like suspicion being thrown on you.
What do I do? I need to have something that I'm doing then.
You're trying to find the miracle.
Like, how do I survive? Where do I live? If he didn't give me some kind of a backstory and help me get set up, then...
There's plenty of drifters. You're like Rambo. Here's how I'm seeing it. Weird killing is the shapeshifter. So we can sort of work in, I'm going after the killer, who is the shapeshifter, and you're going after the shapeshifter, who is the killer.
Yes.
You're new in town. Again, we can debate that. But it works if you're new in town, because then I think you're the killer.
I'm also trying to know that he's from the past.
Yes. And I think, it's not... They weren't able to establish you as a sheriff in a small town. I think that's a little... For what I'm saying, it's a little much. They are able to sort of keep you, hidden and...
They gave me like a social security card and a license, driver's license and stuff.
You're kind of a wanderer, but on their radar.
You could be doing like some old school job, like...
Maybe I'm not from... Wait, am I from this town? Maybe I'm not from this town. Maybe you arrested me and threw me in jail because I was like, I'd wandered in somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. And then there's this mysterious killing, and I'm like, well, clearly the weirdo is the killer, and Tony's like, uh-oh, time traveling.
Tony came to town to investigate the killing, and I'm there, and he's like, what's going on with that?
Tony came to... Yeah. No.
No?
Tony came to town... Well, I'm saying Tony came to town because you got into trouble, and the FBI has been keeping your identity secret for...
Why are you guys both at the morgue, then?
That we have to figure out.
Because I'm just seeing both of you standing over a dead body. You're the local law enforcement, he's the FBI... You're like, here it is, man. I can't make heads or tails of it.
I would imagine you would direct Tony towards the corpse if you heard about that weird type of death.
Yeah, you just give me a call and tell me that I need to come check it out. I don't know.
And you're in trouble. You guys have a relationship. You guys are good with the whole time traveling thing, and Tony's watching your back. It would make a lot of sense for your one phone call to be to Tony and be like,
or maybe I'm like calling Tony to say you threw me in jail under suspicion. My phone call is to Tony saying, listen, bud, something weird's going on here. You're the paranormal dude. You came and helped me out with this. You know, Tony's off like investigating some crashed UFO somewhere. But I'm like, I think the guy who I followed through is over here. I've been trying to track him down. I know you didn't believe me, but there's people with holes in their heads now, and not with a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And then that leads to me and Tony in the morgue.
Okay.
Much to my consternation. The small town sheriff does not like the FBI and this weirdo coming in, and the FBI vouching for the weirdo, who I'm pretty convinced is the killer to begin with.
Yeah, you actually like spring me out. Like Tony springs me out of jail.
I don't like that at all. These are scenes now. We're getting into actual story.
Okay.
So
We can start. Okay.
Okay, so we're ready to move on to scenes now?
I think so. I got a great opening scene.
Okay. Well, that'll end our setup. As rough as it was, we are learning along with you guys. So that'll be the video. Like and subscribe if you like and you want to see more. Leave a comment, and we will see you next week with Part 2, Act 1.
Talking teddy bears.
Talking teddy bears.